Time for the Weird and Wacky segment.
Abominable snowman.
He's not an axe murderer.
One of the TAs turned out to be a bot.
All right, next up, or first up in Weird and Wacky, judge ends man's 11-year quest to dig up landfill and recover $765 million worth of Bitcoin. He claims that he threw away a hard drive that had 8,000 Bitcoins on it. And with Bitcoin, being close to $100,000, that's quite a bit of Bitcoin that he threw away. He's been trying to get them to dig up the landfill for 11 years, and he's been seeking, different legal means by which this is in the UK, by the way. And the judge finally was just like, no, we're not. The whatever's in the landfill is the property of the landfill. They don't owe you anything because you think you threw this away. And no, we're not digging up the landfill because that's dangerous and hazardous in so many different ways. And the likelihood of your success is basically zero. So sorry, you're not going to be mega rich. You're going to stay whatever you are now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He's blaming his girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend now for throwing away this hard drive because he said he picked up the wrong hard drive to throw. First of all, who throws away hard drives into the landfill? You shouldn't be doing that in the first place. You should be sending to an electronics recycler and not to the landfill. But I wonder, this story makes me wonder, what if the value of this thing goes up by another factor of 10? What if it goes up by a factor of 100, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's billions of dollars. Maybe it's hundreds of billions of dollars, right?
Right.
At what point does this landfill company be like, you know what? Might be worth looking for this thing.
I mean, I bet the landfill company probably would love to find it they're probably secretly looking for it, right? They're like, all right, here's what we're going to do. Y'all going to shovel it, pile stuff up during the day, but at night, the night crew, you're on hard drive duty. So.
Yeah. Okay. You guys, here's all the shovels. Go dig.
Here's all the shovels. And don't dig too hard because if you crack it in the process, you're out of luck. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Somebody else who's out of luck, but hopefully they will be in luck at some point. Some Paris Olympic athletes ask for their medals to be replaced after them quickly deteriorating. I don't understand how medals, which are made of metal, are deteriorating. What do these people do to these things?
Didn't they say they were getting not shine? They were losing their shine or something. So maybe there's some weird coated finish on it, and it was poorly done. Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Y'all have been making these medals for a long time. Yeah. I feel like you should have figured this out before now. And not
they probably went with a new
crazy
vendor. They're like, whatever the new vendor is, like the Olympic medal vendor. I mean, I think I'm going to start an Olympic medal production company. It seems like a good deal. So,
Adams Olympic Medals.com.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of things that are not a good deal and are incredibly dumb, Walgreens replaced fridge doors with smart screens. Now it's a $200 million fiasco. So imagine this. You walk into a Walgreens and instead of looking through a clear glass door to see what flavor of Gatorade they have behind the door, you're instead looking at a screen with an image of the door or an image of the Gatorade on it to see what's behind it. And this is also that they can show you more ads. That's the whole point of the thing. The problem is the vendor built a crappy product that doesn't work worth anything.
Yeah. So there's so many layers to this. So first of all, who thought it was a good idea to blast ads at people when they're shopping? I would find that to be the most
and they're triggered by motion. Motion sensor triggered.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Yeah.
This would be the reason why I would never shop at your venue again.
Correct. Yes.
Second, if you're Walgreens and you've got a new company, a new startup. Now, look, I'm a pro startup guy. I'm a big fan. You should not do a deal that says we're going to install these things on every one of our stores, carte blanche. Maybe, just maybe.
Test it. Just test it.
Do a trial run. Do it on one store. See how well it works. See if people hate it. If they hate it, don't do it. They're going to hate it, by the way.
Yes.
I don't understand why you would do this.
There's one more, though. There's one more.
Yeah. What's one more?
The other thing is, I don't know. If you want to show ads to people that are walking by a glass door, perhaps you have a very small screen where the ad would go anyway, and they can still see through the glass, and it's still motion activated, and it's the same ad space anyway on a screen that, I don't know, doesn't screw up your whole store. Like that, come on. That's the dumbest thing ever. That's like saying okay, Well, my car seat's dirty, so it's time to get a new car. Like, no, it's not. Like, freaking clean your car seat. That's what time it is. Get a new car seat if you need to get a new car. Like, buy a seat, but don't buy a car.
During all this, when the screens were not working and stuff, their employees would go and tape signs up to let people know what was in that freezer. Because otherwise what customers would do is just, they'd start opening up doors. It's like what happens at home with your kid and the fridge, and they go and stand and open it up. It's like the stuff inside is not going to change. You can just close the fridge and then decide what you want and then open it. But no, that's basically the approach they decided to take at Walgreens of like, we're going to have all the customers just come in and just open doors randomly until they find the thing that they want.
And it's $200 million, right? Because they're basically, Walgreens doesn't want to roll it out and they're in breach of contract, right? I think that was what the article said.
Well,
so
no,
now
they've already been rolled out, but then the company blocked them because they were asking for more money and for certain things, and Walgreens wouldn't give it because these things don't work. And it's just like this whole fiasco.
It's insane.